Torla, northern Spain along the Pyrenees Mountains next to France. The road leading from San Sabastian to Barcelona, about midpoint, you'll come across Torla. It's a great little town, Middle Ages. Still inhabited. Oh, maybe less than 400 people make this their home. Lots of wonderful little cool little shops down in the main area. But most of the buildings, if not all the buildings, have this rock historic flavor to it. It's not very big. I mean, one can walk probably the whole town in 15-20 minutes, depending on if you stop for photographs or not. This is kind of the shopping area. Heavy on the hiking, cross-country skiing. Now, I don't remember seeing any ski lifts here because we are on the foothills of the Pyrenees, and more specifically, the Parque Nacional, Ordesa, Monte Perdido. There's a lot of wonderful hikes through the park. Now, word of caution, very difficult to navigate these streets if you are and have a rental car. More specific, in this town, there's actually provided parking space at the entrance to the town where you would park, and then you would walk to your hotel, so you don't have to navigate these tight streets. So be aware of that. And also, I don't think at certain times of the year you're not even allowed to take your car into the park, and you have to park at the car park, and then the bus takes you into the park. So be aware of that. Don't try to take your vehicle there because you will be turned around. And I don't know if that's only during certain times of the year. We were here in the summertime, and that may have been considered high season. I do think that certain times of the year they do allow you to get a little bit closer to the park. Now, I don't remember. I think the shuttle was fairly cheap or free. Can't remember. I mean, the whole town is like this. Again, 400 inhabitants. And the hotel that we stayed at was just superb. Great host. The rooms were very comfortable. The temperature was coolish in the summertime. Even a supermercado, though, right there. This gives you a nice feel of what the town is looks like. The streets are all narrow like this. Now, on the right, you see that white car parked? That's where we had to park our car. Real super tight space. Well, matter of fact, one of the guests broke their side mirrors. Some really nice restaurants. So there are some very nice accoutrements here. And from what I could see, the hotel we stayed at was, I love the place, and to me it looked like there were solidly other very good hotels in the area. There's a cat. Now, that's something we don't see a whole lot in Spain. They don't seem to be into cats too much. But somehow, for whatever reason, cats made this place their home. I think those were actually feral cats, because it looked like people would put canned cat food out for them. Yeah, so if you are into hiking, this would be a very good town to home base it in and spend a few days hiking in the Pyrenees, because you're straddling the Pyrenees Mountains next to France. Actually, I think this is on the French border. There are no roads that lead into France, but that's how close you are. You're basically on the border with France. So again, most of these structures are probably original to the Middle Ages, although given the good quality of the construction, I would say that most of these have been reworked. You can see that parking is clearly a premium here. We're actually walking to the outskirts of the town. There are a few really cool little streams that run right next to the town that they have incorporated into the town. Now, there's a nice little place you perhaps could buy. Even got a yard. It's a nice little water feature. That's what it's really about, is the Pyrenees Mountains. So make sure you schedule it so you take in a number of those hikes that are available.